So it's been reported that Deshaun Watson will face zero criminal charges. Today, he went in front of a grand jury and they found him not guilty.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today we got to talk about Deshaun Watson. He was found not guilty. The Eagles have been linked to him before we found out he was not guilty. We're going to break it all down. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. So Adam Schefter tweeted this. This is why Deshaun Watson, from the beginning, welcomed a police investigation. He felt he knew that the truth would come out, and today a grand jury did not charge him on any criminal complaints. He also went and said that Deshaun Watson's trade market is now expected to ramp up quickly. Houston will be open to moving him, and multiple teams are expected to be interested per league source. Now, again, Deshaun Watson has that no trade clause. So wherever he goes, he has to be okay with it. Now, Houston don't want him. Houston's going to move him because he doesn't want to play with Houston. Now, just like Russell Wilson made a little fairy tale list, the Broncos was on it, and he went to the Broncos. If you remember, Deshaun Watson made a list too. He had the Jets on it. He had the Broncos on it. He had the Dolphins on it. I don't know any other team. There probably was more. The Dolphins could still do it. I don't know if they have the draft capital to do it at this time. Broncos ain't going to do it. They got Russell Wilson. And the Jets, maybe they'll do it. Zach Wilson is their building piece, but would they move on from Zach Wilson for a young Deshaun Watson? Probably, right? Here's the thing. We know that Howie Roseman now at the Combine made an offer for Russell Wilson. I believe Howie Roseman feels this way about Jalen Hurts. This is what I think he feels. Jalen Hurts got us to the playoffs. Jalen Hurts showed some signs. Jalen Hurts might get better. But if we can get a guy who's already better, I'm going to go that route. I think Howie Roseman is playing the game of, if we get a better quarterback, cool. If we don't, I want to see if Jalen Hurts can take that step. He believes in him, but not enough to stop him from going after a Russell Wilson or a Deshaun Watson. And you got to think that way because it's been reported that he tried for Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson said no. Again, as soon as this came up, you had people dropping the Eagles, Deshaun Watson jersey, all that stuff. And again, he is facing zero criminal charges. That's cool. What is the NFL punishment going to be? That has to be said first. Here's my thing. If the NFL is going to suspend him a whole year, 6 games, that all got to be factored into the trade. If Russell Wilson just got traded for 2 firsts, 2 second, and 3 players, you got to expect a similar haul if there's no punishment. 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 3 players, something along them lines, either a little better or a little worse. But that is probably the foundation of a trade. Do the Eagles have that type of capital? Yes. Are we willing to give it up? Maybe Howie Roseman is. I don't know about me. Again, Deshaun Watson's cap hit this year will be $32 million, I want to say. $32 or $35 million. Can Howie work around that? Probably. Will he? I don't know. I can't tell you. I believe Howie Roseman does believe in Jalen Hurts, but he looks at Russell and Deshaun like they're Russell and Deshaun. I understand that. But we're at a fragile part of the Eagles, of this Eagles run, right? Nick Sirianni, first-year head coach, did pretty good, 9 wins with the young quarterback in Jalen Hurts. Could we have done better? Of course, right? Nick Sirianni could have been better. Jalen Hurts could have been better. It is what it is. But this team is fragile in the sense of the roster is getting older on one side of the ball and very young on the other side of the ball. So we need free agents to blend on offense. We need free agents to blend on defense. And more importantly, we need young defensive talent to get induced into the defensive side because we're older there. Harris, McLeod, Fletcher, Graham, You name it, they're old. Nelson, everywhere. There's old pieces everywhere on the defense. Again, if he suspended a year, how much will Houston lower it? If he suspended a year, then maybe Houston says, one first round pick and a second round pick. If he's suspended for a year and you trade for Deshaun Watson, whatever you give up, a first, a second, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess who starts the whole year still? Jalen Hurts. If he's suspended for 1 year, because Roger Goodell is most likely going to give him some type of punishment for just being in this situation in the first place, right? If he's suspended for 1 year, his trade has to at least go down a little bit. So just stay with me. If it's a first round and a second, or first and 2 seconds, say it's something that the Eagles can do. Well, now the Eagles get Deshaun Watson. Jalen Hurts is the starter for next year. If Jalen Hurts becomes the next Deshaun Watson, the next Russell Wilson, not saying he will, but if he takes them huge steps in year 3, year 2 of starting, well, guess what? Now you keep Jalen Hurts. Now Deshaun Watson can be traded from the Eagles to a team that needs him, right? And you get more than what you gave him. If Jalen Hurts doesn't do it, you keep Deshaun Watson. But again, this is all a moot point if Deshaun Watson does not want to come to Philly, right? If Deshaun Watson does not want to come to Philly, it's a moot point. Carolina is going to be after him. Seattle might be after him now. The Jets still might. Miami still might. Like, there's going to be a decent amount of teams that want his service. Again, I'm just reporting it because Joe Banner has said it. Look, every Eagle insider besides Howie Roseman, anybody who talks Eagles with a check mark or this, that, and the third, not saying they're always right, but it's been reported and reported and reported, right? We set our own private investigation to check up on Deshaun Watson. We go out at the combine and try to get Russell Wilson. Like, there's been too many reports for me to believe just Howie Roseman says, no, we love Jalen. I believe he does, but he understands that there's better still. It is what it is. With all that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section when it comes to Deshaun Watson. Again, will he be suspended 6 games, a year, 2 years? What is gonna happen to him? Because that will, reflect what type of draft capital the Houston Texans will desire or be able to ask for. But again, I don't know why people don't want to play in Philly, right? Philly's just great. But again, I don't know if the Eagles, if he's not suspended a year, I don't know if we can give up that much stuff because, yes, Deshaun Watson is a great player. But if Deshaun Watson won 4 games with a lackluster roster in Houston, if we give up all that stuff, we can't re-sign people. If we have a lackluster type roster for Watson, it might be the same. I still do believe our roster is better than the Texans, but that's only going to be a year or 2. What are we going to do when the Kelseys, the Fletches, the Grahams, the McLeods, the Nelsons, the Harrises, like these guys leave and we can't replace them because we're paying the cap hit of a Deshaun Watson? We don't have draft picks for 1 or 2 years because of a Deshaun Watson. What happens then, right? The offense different, right? Most of our offensive line, or the left side is good in Dickerson, Mulata. You got young receivers, a young tight end. You got youth on the running back position, depending on what you do with Miles Sanders, but Kenneth Gainwell is young. So you flip Deshaun Watson in here, he's going to grow with these guys. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I've been ready to just say Jalen Hurts, year 2, starting, here we come. Let's see. Let's see how it is. And again, if Howie Roseman decides to, if he suspended a year, the draft capital ask is less. We go get him for a minimal price. Watch what Jalen Hurts does and either use Watson use Watson going forward when he's not suspended, or we got him for a first and 2 seconds. Now we send him off for 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and players like Seattle did to the Denver Broncos because we held him in that suspension year. This is me being Madden 22 GM-ish. Like, you just don't do that easy. And again, other teams might think the same thing. And one more time, it's a moot point if Deshaun Watson don't want to come. I don't think he ever said he didn't want to, but just like Russell Wilson, he didn't put us on that little list when the rumors first started. It was the Broncos, the Jets, the Dolphins, and maybe someone else. I know Carolina and Seattle are desperate for quarterbacks too. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. We out.